on TikTok and trying to understand that platform from scratch.
Yeah.
So from being a successful YouTuber to understand a totally different algorithm, fundamentally different algorithm.
It's interesting. Well, not even just the algorithm, just the content. Like I'm going from basically 15-minute short films to 1 minute vertical content. It's a whole different just ballpark. And so the first little while I was doing TikTok, it was just kind of figuring out how what does MrBeast look like in this short form content. But recently we've really started to catch our stride and come up with some original concepts and figure out how to innovate over there, just like we did on YouTube. Because I didn't want it to just be shitty YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You know. And so like an example is we played The Rock for 100K and rock paper scissors, and the loser had to donate 100K to charity. We did we went to random people on a campus and we offered them. So I said, I'll give you $100 if you fly to Paris and give me a baguette. And then they said no. And I was like, I'll give you $300 if you fly to Paris and give me a baguette. And I was expecting this person to say no, and it go up to like 10 grand. And he's like, yes. And so he flew to Paris, got a baguette, and brought it back and gave it to me. And that across everything got like 450 million views. And because it's just really cool just to see this random guy get on a plane, spend a day in Paris, and we cut it up real nicely and bring it back. And so we're starting to find just tons of original content over there.
But it seems like an epic video to make for 1 minute.
Exactly. No one on short form is doing it. That's the thing. It's like, it's just so funny because like TikTok's been big for a while now, years. And then, you know, as we started to really figure out things on the YouTube channel and get it cranking where I have some free time, we set our sights on TikTok and like, okay, what are people not doing? How do we make it better, put in more effort, make it good? And we did the same thing we did at YouTube, just different over on TikTok, and it worked. And now we're the fastest growing or most followed TikTok account in 2022. And it's just funny that no one else did that.
And you're not afraid to do epic stuff, which also during the brainstorming, some of the ideas you're like, that's better as a short. That's crazy.
Yeah, but can you remember one? Because I remember I said that a bunch, but I can't think of one.
All I remember is that they were like epic videos. Like, really? You're going to do that for a 1 minute video?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, like, are you posting similar content to a YouTube short as a TikTok?
Yeah, those we just double up. It's just hard. You know, what's actually pretty fascinating, and people who do social media listening to this will probably find this pretty interesting, is picture, like, the content creation meta 3 years ago versus now, where you can make sub 1 minute vertical content, and it go viral on TikTok, it go viral on YouTube Shorts, it go viral on Instagram Reels, it goes viral on Facebook, it goes Reddit, you know, you swipe through vertical content now, and Twitter when you click on a video and you flip through it. Mm-hmm. So this is actually very weird. This is the first time in the history of, I guess, Western social media that one form of content could actually go super viral on every single platform. It's never been like that before.
So they're going viral individual. They're not like
I can post something
on
I can post something on TikTok that'll get 100 million views, and then post it on Shorts and it'll get 200 million views, and then post it on Instagram and it get 50 million views, and then, you know, I haven't yet, but you know, you can then turn around and tweet it and it get tens of millions of views, and you can post it on Reddit and it get tens of millions of views, and Facebook can get tens of millions of views. And that just wasn't a thing. 3 years ago, Twitter didn't have because a lot of you probably don't even know this, but when you tap on a video now and you swipe down, it just turns into TikTok. That wasn't a thing even a year ago. Reddit, that wasn't a thing a year ago. Probably 2 years ago, that wasn't a thing on Instagram. 3 years ago, that wasn't a thing on YouTube, right, with YouTube Shorts. So this is all new. And it's weird, I haven't heard a single person talk about it, but this is the first time where content can actually go viral on every single platform. And you don't have to write or film a video for Facebook, film a 12-minute video for YouTube, film a sub 60-second video for TikTok, write a tweet for Twitter, and post this on Reddit. You can just do the same thing on every platform.
And the fact that your content has gone viral on multiple platforms regularly means that virality is not accidental. Sometimes it can be, of course, but
it's just not.
It can be engineered.
So many people say it's luck, and they're like, you're just lucky, or this or that, but what are we up to? Probably like 1,000 videos over 10 million views. Like, we don't ever have a dud. Like, you can call it luck, but I think it can be trained. I counsel YouTubers all the time and show them how to go from getting a couple million views a month to 10 million views a month very easily. Even certain ones, like, just one of my friends, like, he was just really struggling, and so I just started showing him basically everything I know and just doing like once every week, sometimes once every 2 weeks calls, and he went from $10,000 a month on YouTube to over 400,000 just doing these little counseling calls. And so, I mean, people can make excuses all they want and say it's just luck, or say, you know, well, anyways, I don't even want to quote all the other stuff, but it's just, it is a teachable skill. It's a learnable skill. You can study your way to consistently make viral videos, no matter how small your channel is. Even if you have 0 subscribers, you could if you actually studied hard enough and like basically if you knew what I knew and some of these. So I don't sound so arrogant. Also, like some of these other friends I have that I'd say are the smartest people in the world when it comes to content creation online. If you had the knowledge that was in our heads, you could do it very easily. I see people do it all the time. And what's even more interesting is I go on podcasts and I say everything I know, and these people are also very open. Some of them I know. It's all out there, and a lot of people, instead of just studying that and trying to absorb and apply it in their own way, they're just like, no, it's just luck, you know.
So you do lay it all out there, but I got to push back to one interesting thing. I think a crucial component of your success is the idea stage, the idea generation. The brainstorming I heard today, but getting really good at generating ideas. So it's not just the selection of the thumbnail and the title, that creative process. It's also just the engine of generating really good ideas.
Of course.
And getting
Yeah.
that. I mean, I would say that is probably the thing that needs to be trained the most for most creators, right? That they just don't put enough ideas on paper.
Yes, but also a lot of creators also just don't, you know, which I didn't either for the longest time. Just don't make good enough content. You know, content that's worthy of getting 10 million views.
In the idea or the execution of the idea?
Both. I mean, like think about how many people just make videos, they film them in under 20 minutes, and they don't really put any effort into it. And like, you know, it's like my first 500 videos didn't deserve to get 1 million views. Like, there's a reason they didn't. They're terrible. You know what I mean? But at the time, I thought they did. Right? And I'm in the mindset of a lot of small YouTubers where I thought those videos deserved 1 million views, and I thought the algorithm hated me. But I watch them back now, and I can tell you exactly why. The videos are just fucking horrible. You know what I mean?
Well, so what was the breakthrough for you to start realizing, to start having a self-awareness, you know, about these videos aren't good enough? You're probably still going through that. You're probably still growing to see, like...
Yeah. Every 6 months, you should look back and hate your videos. Or at least see things you could improve. And be like, oh, I could have done this better, that better. If not, then you're not learning quick enough. In my opinion, at least.
Where's the source of that learning, even for you now?
It's,
just looking at
I
metrics.
just got back from I just got back from a mastermind where I just got like 10 of the smartest people I knew, and we just locked ourselves in a cabin and taught each other stuff. Constantly, every day, not every day now, probably every other day, I go on a walk and I just call random people. I'll just say, teach me something. And I mean, it's just you just have to have a never-ending thirst for learning. Like, that's very imperative, especially if you want to get on top and then stay on top. The only way to do it is just to constantly be learning. Or someone who is learning is just gonna have a leg up on you in the knowledge game.
And what kind of stuff are you... Because you've talked about offline that you just love learning of all kinds. It doesn't matter. But in terms of videos, are you studying videos? Are you studying...
Recently, not as much. I'm more... Because to get to the videos I want, I have to build this business and scale up and hire. So more of my recent time has been... Like, my teenage years were spent studying virality and studying content creation. Now I'm studying how to build a content company so I can actually produce the crazy ideas I want to produce, if that makes any sense.
So yeah, on that, the business side, we talked about hiring. Do you have trouble firing people?
No, I'm pretty sure almost every person... Yeah, actually, every person I've ever fired, we just give them severance. And I like to see it more as... It's no ill will. Like if I fired you, if there's some other job you want me to help you get, I'll DM them on Twitter. Like, if you want to go work for, I don't know, insert whatever, MTV, give me someone to DM. I'll DM them. Like, I try to make it more like a transition and do whatever we can to make it as easy as possible.
And if something was just not working for you, because you want people, like you said, super passionate.
Because at the end of the day, if you hold someone that you onto someone that you don't see being here in 10 years, you're just doing them a disservice. You're just giving them more ingrained, more enrooted in where they are, and the sooner you do it and help them move on to their new life, the better.